This is my personal theory, Anas. What I believe is that whatever, if you're going to start something, you have to be very passionate about it. And what I call the sponsoring thought, the motivation, the objective has to be very clear in your head. Is it to make money? Is it to get famous? Is it going to contribute to something? It's going to mentoring people? What is it? What is it that you're after, right? And that sponsoring thought, if you're very clear about it, then getting tired becomes that much less of a problem. And my personal advice to the entrepreneurs, if you're going to do it for the money, set up a timeline that I'll do it in the next 5 years, I'll do it in the next 7 years. If it doesn't work out, then it doesn't work out, right? Yeah. Because it's very difficult to get motivated by money all the time on a daily basis. Again, what I tell my people is that you need oxygen for living, right? You can't live without oxygen. But do I think I'm inhaling oxygen every time I breathe? I don't. So when you get up in the morning, you're not going to think about, oh, how much money I'm going to earn today. Yeah. You're going to think about your next customer. You're going to think about the guy who's quitting. Yeah. You're going to think about your supplier. You're going to think about the office space. I mean, you'll have 10,000 problems on your head and you are going to get busy solving them. Now, if your main question is how much money I'm going to make today or tomorrow, then you're going to get distracted by that. And then you're going to get tired. This is my personal opinion. And so I also define 5 Ps for the entrepreneurs. One is passion. You got to have boatloads of that, right? You can't run out of supply of passion for your cause. Then you will not get tired, to your point, right? Second is people. You must be willing to work very tightly with the people and motivate them, inspire them, get them to the next level, invest in them, all of that, right? And no matter what business you are in, you're going to need people and they have to rally around you and you have to inspire them, you have to motivate them. Third is persistence, because as the world turns, the technologies are becoming quicker and faster and better, everything, right? And in that kind of changing scenarios, you really have to persist for long periods of time. If you get tired easily, it's that much more difficult to succeed. Succeed requires persistence. Fourth is patience. In the same vein, you have to be patient about the things. Star Wars, I don't know whether you are a Star Wars junkie or not, but there is this creature called Yoda, right? Yeah. He talks about being patient. So people, passion, persistence, patience, processes. Because when you're an entrepreneur, you're doing everything by the seat of the pants, right? Once you get to a certain size, you have to have the respect for the processes, because that's how the scaling is going to happen. Otherwise, you end up doing transactions, and how many transactions you're going to handle. Yeah. And then you have to start establishing the processes, whether you're doing manufacturing, you're doing retail, sales, services, whatever you're doing, right? Okay. So these are my 5 Ps. 22 years of my journey, I was very clear in my head that I'm not going to give up. I'm going to make it good. Other thing is that I cared more about the excellence in my business than what I call excellence driven than ambition driven. Yeah. And there are positives and negatives of everything in life, but that's what gave me the satisfaction, that the quality that we bring into the table for our clients, the organization has to be wired and built which is driven by excellence, not necessarily by the volume, but by the excellence. So similarly, I think your focus should be very clear.